working on the Rome game summative. This is a summative to wrap up the knowledge that you've gained as we've been studying ancient Rome. Now, there are two main criteria that we are trying to focus on, trying to evaluate how you can do this. We want to know how well you are researching things and how well you're citing your sources. That's the big thing that we're looking for. We want to understand your knowledge of Rome, but really we want to know, can you research and can you tell us where you got your information? So you're pretending that you're an expert that's been hired by a game company to create a game. It could be a board game, it could be a card game, but you have to put together the information in a certain way. Number one, you have to have instructions. Tell us how the game is played, how the game is won. First thing that a game always tells you is, what's the object of the game? Are you trying to gain the most amount of points, or are you trying to get from this point to this point? This is a quiz type of game, so you have to have at least 15 questions and answers to go along with the game. These would be like game cards that you have to pick up the card and answer a question before you can move on to the next space, or maybe you gain points by answering questions. That's up to you, but you have to have at least 15 questions and answers as part of the game. You need to have at least 3 sources for the information that you got. Each time you have a question and answer, you have to tell me where you got that information. That's part of the research. In your table, you're going to see a place for the question, a place for the answer, and a place for the source. That's where that information came from. You need to cite it in an MLA fashion. You could get all of your information from the textbook, but you have to have 3 different sources. So maybe you go to some different websites, or maybe you go to some formatives that we've had, or maybe you use some books from the classroom. You're going to get more points if you use 3 different types of sources. They could all be websites, but they have to be different types of websites. They could all be books, but they have to be different types of books. Okay, the first step, step 1, explain your research question. Every time you do something for a research project, you have to explain why you're researching it. What is your goal? What are you trying to find out? That's going to make your research much more valuable, much more effective. Step 2, come up with an action plan. This is where you lay out, what do I need to get these things done? You have a project to do. It's a big project, but what are you going to do to get from this point to the completed, finished project, turning it in? In the past, I've given you the steps for that action plan. This time, you're coming up with those steps. I need you to think about, what do I need to do? Now, research might be part of that, but is that the first thing you do? Is the topic part of that? Is the layout of the game part of that? And there isn't just one right answer. Part of it is you deciding what you need to do, and part of it is you deciding what you have planned over the next few days, that you have time for it on this day, but not on that day. You're going to finish this during class on this day, but in the evening on that day. You're making a plan. Make that action plan before you complete the project. Step 3 is research. You're identifying the question, the answer, and the source of where that information came from. Next is citing your sources. This shouldn't be difficult. If you've already done the research and you've already told me the question and the answer and the source, you can just copy and paste the sources into this table, telling me it in MLA style, what was your source. And then finally is analysis. You're going to pick 3 of those sources. Tell me why they were good sources. How did you know that they were trustworthy, reliable, and something that you could use for your project?